Hey, how's it going? Still in backlog mode, still playing games I've had on my list forever. This is one of them. I have a weird history with the first game. Because for years, I thought the original game was freeware. Turns out no, it was kind of like Toho, where it was just never released anywhere outside Japan, and people were just pirating it, and that's the version I played. But I thought it had to be freeware because there are so many plagiarized assets in the first game. And I remember when I streamed it, I told the same story. This was years ago. I played the first game ages ago. The Steam release, which is also how I'm playing the sequel here, because both games are on Steam now. But yeah, I streamed the Steam release, which was all in English and everything. And I don't know if it was like a translator for that release or what, but someone who like worked on the game in some capacity commented on my stream of that and was very adamant that no, nothing is plagiarized. And I'm like, dude, do you have eyes? Like, for instance, like, yes, these games are shameless Mega Man clones, but for the most part, they got their own art style and their own sprites and everything, and that's fine, you know, plenty of games do that. But then you have the little red robot guy from classic Mega Man, I don't remember his name. The little guy that, like, pops open his head and gives you E-tanks and 1-ups. That little dude. He's just in the first game. Like, not a different sprite or anything, just him. Just stolen right out of Mega Man. And then there's like the Mario, like the Mario 1-1 little Easter egg section, which, you know, that's whatever. Tons of games do stuff like that. And then you have Sephirin, the vampire dude. His first phase is literally just Dracula from Castlevania 3, like same moveset and everything, but, you know, he got his own sprites, so you can call that an homage. But then his second phase is just Demon Dracula from, I think, Rondo of Blood, the final boss. Same sprite, same attacks, same backgrounds. Pretty sure these devs don't own that shit. So, yeah, that was always just funny to me. Just the blatant stolen assets. That the people are very, very, like, vehement, like, no, these aren't stolen assets. Yes, they are. Shut the fuck up.
Rosenkreuzstilette.
Kreuz. I've been saying cruise this whole time. I don't know German. Thousands of years have passed since magic was lost to mankind. Those who knew of its existence were few and far between. Oh, can't read that fast. You're on your own. Yeah, Zeppelin. I thought it was Zepperin. I guess that was a mistranslation. To be fair, the first game was a mess. I also have this turned down quite a bit because the Pope's influence. Because the volume mixing in this game is all over the place. The title screen is loud as fuck. If the rest of the game isn't that loud, I'll turn it back up. But for now... Yeah, this is so loud. I like how it's also literally just Freudia's theme. Which is like one of the best songs in the first game. But yeah, this game, you play as Freudia, who was one of the bosses of the first game. I can skip straight to stage select. And this is Spiritia, your character from the first game. Fairy. Gotta hurry, Lily, they're getting closer. We have to bring the hunt to an end somehow. But Tia, you haven't slept in days. Lily, have we been wrong this whole time? That's not true. You fought so hard. You even managed to put our KS back together. Those were the bosses of the first game. It's the church and their stupid witch hunt that's wrong. It's not your fault, Tia. Thank you, Lily. Am I really doing the right thing? But I can't just stand by and watch. Yeah, the true villain of the first game was an evil little lolly. Named Iris, I believe. Can't just stand by and watch. I'm not powerless. I have a duty to protect everyone. Also, I don't remember the story of the first game at all. Again, these are like Mega Man clones. You don't play these for the plot. Who dis? Long time no see, Tia. I don't know how to pronounce her name. You. I'm gonna say Skyrack? Where have you been? What are you doing here? Nice hammer. See what I mean? Like, the sound mixing is all over the place, so I'm just gonna leave it at this volume. Because if I turn it up, then we're gonna get deafened. As naive as ever, aren't you, Tia? I'm not a part of your little party anymore. I'm a Schwarz Cruise now. Black Cross, I think is what that translates to. Ack. Sorry, but you and I have a date with the Pope. God, that's a sentence. It's about time you finally met with His Holiness. Tia. Heifer, do your job and keep you-know-who out of the way. Fine. Are you sure the Sow even will show up? I have no use for the others. Don't worry, your little friend will be here soon enough. Just keep your eyes peeled. The snow is quite beautiful this time of year, isn't it? Okay, so how does this work? Because yeah, this was Freudia's ability from the first game, but it's limited. I kind of figured Freudia would have, infinite use of... God, they don't open until you get a pixel in front of them. I kind of figured she'd have unlimited use of her own abilities, but, I guess not. Okay, this is still, like, ultra loud. Holy shit. Let's go down to, like, 20. Also, as good as the music is, I'm not even sure if it's original either, because looking through the soundtrack on YouTube, there's like 10 different artists for the first game. Tia's mana power is fading, it's moving further away. Am I too late? Tia's been taken. Schwarz Cruise is finally making its move. This is not good. Krause. Strudel. Oh, this is where the strudel comes in. Wow! Gasp. Did Rue scare you? A fairy? Strange. Those are awfully big bumps on your chest. Rue loves big bumps. She gets them all the time on her head. Oh, we got a dumb fairy. They're always so fun to rub. I don't have time for this. Bye. But yeah, I'm wondering if there's like... You know how we have those, Oh, I had to jump from up there to reach that. Well, we have those channels of like... What is it, like royalty-free music anyone can use? I'm wondering if there's a thing like that in Japan, because... One Way Heroics also... Oh, I can't continue jumping while on the ladder. Yeah, you just fall. One Way Heroics also has a billion different artists across its soundtrack. And I don't think any of that music, or at least not a lot of it, was actually made for that game. So we don't have a charge ability like Spridia does. We just have our ice. And I assume we still, Mega Man assimilate everyone's powers, but how does that work with Spridia? So we're always using ammo, we don't have just a Mega Buster. Frost magic? You must be Freudia. Were you behind Tia's abduction? Indeed. I had heard that she was the one who put an end to Walpurgisnacht. I don't know how to say German words. She wasn't much of a challenge. Let her go. That is, unless you're in the mood for a nice cold nap. Whatever happens to the half-wit is no concern of mine. Look how much quieter this song is. But I don't want to turn it up because I'll be deafened by the boss music, most likely. You are my target, Freudia. This is wasting my time. It'd be faster to end this with force. Just try it. You'll be dust in no time. Die, Freudia. And also, a big reason why I have been hesitant to stream this game for so long is, the first game is hard as fuck, and the only reason I was comfortable streaming it is because I had played it so much, and I was comfortable with it. Tutorial boss doesn't have a second phase. Bosses have a phase where their health turns red and they get more dangerous. Oh, she's cute. That's enough, Eifer. Please do not stop me, Pamela. I must kill this sow. That was an order. I will not tolerate insubordination. Now, as for you, Freudia Nual, I presume. I am Pamela Arwig, High Commander of Schwarzkreuz and right hand of the Pope. I can't take any of that seriously. You may address me as Commander Arwig. I was right then, Schwarzkreuz is making its move. But their commander is on the front lines, though. All members of Rosenkreuzstilette are to cease their resistance immediately. The heretics among you who do not comply will be terminated. Do you really expect us to submit to threats? It is you who needs to cease your actions. Stop this and crusade before... or stop this mad crusade even before it is too late. Yes, crusade with us. You disappoint me, Miss Newall. By foolishly turning your back on the light, you've condemned your comrades to death. Shame. God has no mercy for those who oppose. This is the second game in a row we've played with this kind of theming, and neither does Schwarzkreuz. Perhaps you should reconsider my kind offer, Miss Newall. Seems we do not speak the same language. Do you really believe that Schwarzkreuz is worth dying for? There's no point in reasoning with such a magic-addled mind. We will deal with this heretic in due time. Come, Eifer. Freudia. Know this, I will kill you. Is the fighting over? Schwarzkreuz is behind this. They must have taken Tia to the High Chapel. Just a little longer, Tia. I'll be there soon. Rue's name is actually Strudel. What's yours? What do you want? Your ice magic is really pretty. It sparkles when it flies. Rue really likes it. Indeed. I need to get a move on. Hey, can Rue come with you? Strudel, I'm the one that burned the Black Forest to the ground. Your family, your friends, your home. Know this and leave me be. Burned? But you're an ice mage. Wait, what's a Black Forest? Does she not know about the Black Forest? She must not be from the same tribe as Lily. Please let Rue come with you. Rue will help, promise. Pretty, please. This is not a game. You'll be in danger if you follow me. Well, Rue's gonna follow you anyway. Suit yourself. Just stay out of the way. Into the snowy night. From what I remember, the Steam releases, you don't have to use the password system. I think you can load into cert. Ah, hey! Well, here's several of the bosses from the first game. She's got some glasses. You're new. Doris. And only her! Everyone else is the same. It's just this girl. I guess because that was Fruitia's slot. Well, their designs are ever so slightly different, but otherwise. Zorn still has her Slipknot. It was a hoodie in the first game, now it's just... I don't know what you call that. So I want to see, is Leah Bia still a pushover? She's always the first one I go for in the first game because she's completely worthless in a fight. And thus the easiest to take down. This is different. Yeah, part of the reason I was always hesitant to do a playthrough of this, like I said, I was used to the first game. Any Mega Man game, my first... my first couple hours is always spent blundering around trying to just figure things out. You know, who's weak to what. What order should I go about the stages? This is totally blind, I've never played this. I played the first game a lot. Never played this one. I'm seeing a lot... I mean, this guy's new, but we got a lot of the same, like, enemies from the first game, which is fine. This thing is normally something you encounter before a boss door. Don't know why he's just hanging out in the middle of the stage. Can we make this jump? Ooh, just barely. Yeah, I always really liked the first game. I suck at it. Like, the 8 stages aren't too bad, and then you get to the castle stages, and oh boy. Those get really hard. And I was never able to beat Grollo mode in the first game because of those castle stages. I think I made it to the dragon and I couldn't beat him. Because that's another thing. It's the green dragon from Mega Man 2, but like a glass pane wall that's chasing you. And fighting that as a melee-only character is really hard. Leobia, what are you doing here? Good afternoon, Miss Freudia. I thought you were with Kahl. Shouldn't you be escorting the refugees to safety? In this snowstorm, it feels just like your magic. So cold. Pretty, but cold. Hey, can you stop the snowstorm already? Step away from her, Strudel. Something isn't right. Huh? A homunculus, it seems. So the church has fallen this far. And masquerading as Leobia. Oh, it's not our RKS girls. Gotcha. Tia said she fought soulless copies of us before, so this might be what she was up against. Oh yeah, the boss rush. Good afternoon, Miss Freudia. Yeah, we get it. Good afternoon. Count yourself lucky, imposter. You shall feel the power of a real member of RKS. Whoa! Yeah, this. Wow, she does a lot of contact damage. Okay, so Leobia got super buffed. A lot stronger than she used to be. Like, you didn't even need her weakness in the first game. You could just buster her down with ease. She likes to jump now. God. That's a complicated attack to dodge. Humph. So our cruise may be losing its touch. Their shoddy workmanship was quite evident. Wow, she really was a phony. You're so smart, Fro. How did you figure it out? Homunculi are just life forms powered by mana, like organic automatons. They lack the complex emotions of humans and magi. Uh-huh. Besides, Leobia is quite attached to her older brother. She refuses to go to sleep if he is not around. There's no way she would have the willpower to be out here on her own. The real Leobia would never be able to overcome her separation anxiety that easily. Not when every other word out of her mouth is brother. Just like Tia and Fro. Huh? I don't run around shouting Tia Tia all day. I see. Her bow changes color. Okay, I'm curious. Who the hell is this? Her bow changes color and she just gets different attacks. The Master's Forest. I see that up there. I don't know how to get up there, though. Oh no, it's Gutsman stage! Fuck! Yeah, that's another thing that these games like to do, is all of the worst parts of Mega Man is what makes it in. None of the good stuff. Just the stuff the players don't like. The quick man lasers, those were in the first game. So I don't have to aim at it, that's just a mostly screen clear. That's cool. I guess that's fitting because Leobia's power in the first game was just a rainstorm that hit the entire screen, so... Oop. Pressed A too late. Also, this incredibly, like, precise platforming I'm not a big fan of. Which is why I have Day 1 question mark in the title, because... Ah, leave shield. I expect to at least make it to... Froge? To the castle. But other than that, like, I don't know. I don't think I can beat this in one sitting, but you know, an attempt will be made. Hello! Oh. I guess I can't get hit while that's active. Good to know. Ah. I see you over there. Oh, well, so much for that plan. I was gonna damage boost across, but then I landed up here. I can't get up there. The birds have frogs! Why do the birds have frogs? I walked right into that like an idiot. I thought I had more lives than that. Fuck. Why were they so out of sync that time? Oh, I just realized she's apologizing to Tio. Okay, let me just reset. Don't want to get halfway through the stage only to die and get sent back here again. Ah, heck. Let's try Zorn. Who is literally just Bomberman. Ah, they just don't stop shooting, gotcha. Yoku blocks already? We just started. Oh, there's her Bomberman robots. I can freeze those. Fuck. They don't give you a lot of room to jump up there. Could have preferred health, but... Oh my god, okay. I have to go back up and around, don't I? Oh my god. Well, at least they give you a life. Welcome to Yoko blocks. Nobody likes these. Right at the end, too. That's so mean. But then again, that's literally just Heatman stage. Freudia. It's really hot. Zorn, what are you doing here? I've got my bombs. I'm gonna blast that Papal scum to pieces. Don't try to stop me. If you detonate them here, this entire region will be buried in lava. Do you have any idea how many lives will be lost? Who lives here? I don't care. I have to pay for what they've done. This was Father's land. He gave everything to protect it. It's all gone. Father, his people, everything. I can't forgive them. Zorn, during the war we all did things we were not proud of. We cannot repeat our mistakes. Would the Count look upon this with pride? Shut up, shut up, shut up. You have no right to talk about Father. Tears. Fro, is she okay? What would you know anyway? Okay, all the bosses have been stepped up. Jesus. I just want to see what does this do to her, if anything. Not a lot. Oh my god. Christ. Oh, I forgot. Each stage has its own game over screen. Alright, that's not happening. What's your name again? Must. Duh. But yeah, this is usually why I don't play Mega Man games blind, because there's... Fuck you! Because of shit like this! It's like, there's definitely a learning process. And I prefer to be, like, familiar with the games before I jump in. I remember these guys. Oh hey, it's literally just Rush. It's just like... evil Rush. That's what I mean, like... Like, most of these sprites are, you know, made for the game. That was just a Rush sprite customized to look evil. Cool, it's like nothing you can do there to not take damage. And that's beat! Just really big. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Oh. It's really hard to jump backwards considering they go with you. This is not a great mechanic. That's a crush that I almost walked right into. So they give you lots of ammo to work with, but not a whole lot of health. Aha! The title screen of the first game. The heavens know, the earth knows, I know, never fear, the metal hero, proto-girl, Blust is here. Whoa! Prepare yourself, my nemesis, the unflinching Ice Queen. With my invincible Blastatum, the breath of justice, I will right wrongs and triumph over evil. And that means you. I thought that the flying fortress had taken off again. I figured something must have happened. Lest you tire me with these silly games of yours. What? No, you got it all wrong. I'm not Lust. I'm Proto-Girl Blust, the metal hero of justice. Did you not receive orders from Shich? You're supposed to provide Gorola with backup. Return to the castle immediately and make yourself useful. Aw, we were getting to the best part. I mean, I'm here on heroic business. Tia really has spoiled you. She's so peppy. In the name of the blues, I'll punish you. Once again, I didn't do anything. I keep dodging when I don't need to and just walking right into attacks. Oh, I thought it would keep going. Ooh, I lost again. That second phase was easier than the first, but I feel like you could get dicked over by getting unlucky. With block patterns and her shot patterns. Guess you're the real hero, Fro. At least get your terminology right. I would be a heroine. I don't want to go. Babysitting a castle isn't heroic. Maybe I should just freeze her and be done with it. Listen to me. The evil Pope and his minions are attacking the castle. The citizens are crying for a hero to save them. Only somebody could rush to their aid. Would their savior not be a true hero? Oh, I get it now. I'm on my way. Now, pay attention. Even our enemies are people too. They have families and friends. They are no better or worse than we are, so treat them as such, alright? Alright. Hey, Fro, is the Count's castle really in trouble? Of course not, but I think the Pope's forces will be the ones in trouble soon enough. We got our rush platform. Ah, they really took this to the next level, huh? This was an Easter egg in the first game, now it's just... I still have no lives though, right? I have one. I think I'm still just gonna... Oh! That's not a death pit. Oh my god. Yeah, this is what Schwer's level was all about in the first game too, but they're just making it extra wacky here. Whoa! Area 1 completed. Get the snake's weakness ready. I didn't play Mega Man 4. I don't remember Snake Man's weakness. I'm gonna guess top spin because top spin beats everything. Wrong answer. Get acquainted with the classics. Okay. That's actually funny. Top spin does beat everything though. Whoa. Hello, dog from Mega Man 2. How are you? Oh, I didn't check out this. It's a bouncy shot. How about no? Karibo shoe? Squish. Hey, health. Thanks. That was actually less egregious than Schwer's original level. I only have one hit left, though. Traps all over the place. I had a feeling they were you during Schwer. Is this a Super Mario World boss arena? Just pipes everywhere. But they were really fun. Quee. Freudia. Why didn't you answer my messages? Why are you hiding down here? Are you upset? Could you please talk to me? Quee! Hey, Mr. Squid, can Roo pet you? You're so round. No. No one touches Mr. Zeppy. Strudel, you are not helping. I guess she really is upset. Roo's causing trouble? Oh, it takes so long to come out. And then just misses. I also can't aim it. Yeah, that guy! That's the dude from Mega Man 1. Or just Mega Man in general. Once again, don't have any weaknesses yet. We'll get there eventually. Mathematically. Mathematically, we will eventually have some weaknesses. And I have one hit left. Jesus! Wasn't ready for that. I hate everyone, yeah, I feel that. You actually bothered to finish this crappy indie game? Sucker, don't take it so seriously. Let's try Growl. Just got a new sword. Town of the Dead. Oh, hey Arthur. How you doing? This game is a lot harder than the first game, which I was kind of expecting. That's usually how sequelitis goes with indie games that are, like, oh, imbalanced to begin with. Because the first game was not fair by any means. And it's one of those things where the difficulty comes from just... Whoa! Shit like that, like you just have to memorize everything. Again, literally just the final boss from Ghosts and Ghouls. How the fuck do you dodge that? Oh, and the checkpoint was probably like right after him. God damn it. And then shit like that that you can't really realistically react to. You just have to know it's there. That attack is really good when you're able to actually use it. But for bosses, outside of like the actual boss that's weak to it, it's not very great. Getting bullied by tiny snakes. Ah, we have slippery physics because of the rain. I thought there was a wind effect, but no. It's just, fuck's sake, it's just slippery. Oh, there was a room like this in the first game. Because, like, I played the first game to death. Like, even though I haven't played it in a while, I still... Oh, it's Russian Jets, specifically. Okay. I still feel like I would... Like, if I were to switch to the first game right now, I would probably be able to get through it fairly easily, just because I played it so goddamn much. And I remember it very well. Except for the weakness order. Because if these girls have the same weakness order, then I don't remember it. She's a lot more bloodied up. As the church sent another homunculus after me, my sword thirsts for its blood. Wow, that's not round. That's not round at all. Gorilla? God, no, stay back. Something is very wrong here. The mana emanating from her sword. This evil aura. And it's coming from Gwalshwert. Damn it. Get a hold of yourself, Gorilla. I don't want to fight you. Enough. All aggressors shall fall to my blade. She's been possessed by the sword. I have to snap her back to her senses. You're not going to run away? If we leave her be, her sword will force her to fight to her last breath. We cannot let that happen. Kill the girl with the crimson eyes. Yeah, we get you. The damn sword is speaking through her. Oh, it's death from the first game. God damn it. Alright, last chance. So we do have a charge attack, it's just only for some attacks and only sometimes. Okay, this isn't actually a weakness, it's still only doing 1 damage. Oh my god! No, this isn't happening. God. We don't have the movement speed to dodge half of this shit. It's you, Freudia. It appears I'm in your debt. You were careless, Gorilla, releasing that much power from Gwalshwert all at once. I'm ashamed of myself. Still, I saw something. Master appeared to me, telling me to embrace the power within the blade. Gorilla, Sir Seyfarth is dead. Gwalshwert may have created an apparition to coax you into dropping your guard. Does that mean Gorilla's master is a skeleton? That's so cool! An apparition? I was weak, too weak to assert control over my own blade. Gorilla, I have to press on. Will you be alright? I will. I must muster the strength to turn this blade against our enemies rather than ourselves. I cannot give up now. I will not fail our brethren. Gwalshwert, the cursed sword of spite. I swear I shall prove myself worthy of being your master. I don't know, I feel like that's when you find a different sword, but you do you, I guess. Ooh, that's cool. So Trar was the hardest of the 8 regular fights in the first game for me. Like, straight up, I cannot beat her without her weakness. So let's give it a shot. First, I want my lives back, so... Oh, they don't insta-kill you? These aren't real Mega Man spikes. Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting retry isn't the first option. Oh, it's like Mega Man 8, we can actually swing. Are those literally just Cheep Cheeps? Yup! More modified sprites. Fuck's sake. Already don't like this level. Which is fitting, because again, it was the worst stage in the first game. Actually, her stage wasn't too bad, it was a little obnoxious. And of course they don't jump until they're right under you. Again, these games only use the worst parts of the stuff that they pull from. Like, nobody likes the flying Cheep Cheep levels from Mario 1. But here they are. I remember these. How the fuck was I supposed to avoid damage there? Like, what? These look like insta-kill spikes. Why are you so slippery underwater? Oh, and that's another Mario 3 enemy. Fuck off. I can't stress how slippery you are underwater. Mixed with these hitboxes makes for a very not fun experience. Can you go down instead? Okay, it's not quite how it works in Mario, but still basically that enemy. Jesus. The instant current. Just shoof. Alright. The rare and elusive health pocket in this game. No. Oh, no lives. Gonna get owned by the boss. I always wondered why she had this like heavy metal song as her theme. What is her story? Isn't Freudia trying to sneak up on me? She thinks I'm a turncoat. Wait, the mana around here is spiraling out of control. What are you doing here, Trar? Why have you not stayed in contact with the others? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to drown that dirty old man in his dirty old chapel. This is bad, Fro. Char, have you lost your mind? What about all the Magi being held prisoner? Are they to die as well? Some sacrifices have to be made to break the cycle of hate. If not, we will all drown in the endless depths of despair. Wouldn't you like to be able to start over from scratch? Listen to yourself, Trar. Do you really want us to repeat the same mistakes? You're in no position to give me orders. Not like Sheeched, at least. I will not stand down. It doesn't matter who tries to get in the way. You'll drown all the same. Feels like I'll have to cool you down myself. I'll freeze those waves of yours solid. Nope. Aha, we found a weakness. And then died immediately. Need to be a lot colder than that to freeze my torrents, Freudia. I'm gonna give this one another shot because we have a weakness. Okay, you can kind of mitigate the damage there. Yeah, at least the levels are super short. Doesn't take super long to get through one. Again, as long as you know what to do. I'm not going to the right because that path sucks. I'll continue trying my luck with this path. Fuck. We got that little health pocket down here at least. And it's weird because when you're on the ground, you no longer have the water physics. Man, you just have to damage boost through that. Fuck off! This slippery bullshit. I will say I'm not enjoying this nearly as much as the first game. The first game's hard, but it doesn't really get this bullshit until the castle. And even then, like, the castle levels aren't too bad. It's just the bosses that are kind of shit. But even then, like, you know, just use their weaknesses and you're fine. Iris's castle's pretty bullshit, but even that's not the worst thing I've ever done. I am not looking forward to seeing what the castles are like in this game. Oh, hey, Zorn. I kind of want to see the rest of that phase, but we beat her too quickly. You really are a killjoy, huh? So really, why did you come here? Fro's gonna kick some Papal butt. They took her Tia, so we're gonna bring her back. It's selfish, I know, but please understand. I cannot lose Tia. I owe her one myself. Very well, I'll withdraw for now. Don't waste my time on idle promises. As long as you succeed, we won't have a problem. Thank you. I shall return with Tia. If we work together, we can end this witch hunt before it is too late, without sacrifices or death. You've changed, Freudia. You're starting to sound a lot like Tia, don't you think? I will take that as a compliment. Come, Strudel, let us be off. Okay. I'm so sorry, Zorn. Alright. Alright, the only one we haven't gone for. Tan lady. Who I also remember kicked my ass in the first game. She's the Sakuya of this game. She's got knives and time stop powers. Fuck. Are those Medusa heads? Legally distinct Medusa heads. Fuck's sake. And I'm out of lives. I'm just gonna die again. Refresh. Collapsed on the 60th floor. Does anybody know how to say her name? Because I sure don't. I never have. Like, I'm probably not saying any of them right to begin with, but hers especially. I guess that one can live. And these were the traps in Leavi's stage in the first game. I'm gonna assume I need Zorn to get through this. Everything is ice, there's no like color coding other than the ribbon. So it's a little harder to remember what's what. Fuck. Ow, it always goes to the floor. Can't get up there. No! I want the health. Kinda want that too. I've encountered many familiar faces this evening. What are you talking about? Past 2 hours have been spent fighting foe upon foe, each and every one of them donning the faces of the ones I trust. I've routed them all, but as you can see, my clothes are ruined. I ran into something impersonating Liabia as well. Oh, hey, we get... I wonder if you always get that dialogue, or if it's only because we fought her first. Another Rosenkreuzstilette homunculi, I suppose. You've run into the fakes as well. That speeds things along, then. Shall we confirm if either of us is as fake as the others? The fact that we could speak so frankly, does this not sufficiently confirm our authenticity? No, the fact that we are having this conversation is enough to raise suspicion. Had I the ability to change my appearance, I would use my voice to disarm the enemy. Forgive me, but your words are simply not enough. Show me your power. Fighting you may not be the best idea. You know that I am no match for your abilities. No worries, I will be gentle. Shall we begin? I think we finally found the one weak to this, and I have to not get hit while using it. This is definitely the Freudia that I remember. I could say the same of you. Now that we have that matter out of the way, what are you doing here, Freudia? Tia is being held by the church. I'm on my way to save her. I cannot afford to lose her. Tia? I see. Please be careful. We know not what else Rosenkreuz has at its disposal. You're not going to try and stop my recklessness? I'm well aware of the pointlessness of such efforts. By the way, Freudia, yes? So round, so soft, so happy. Is this a friend of yours? They just photoshopped her down between her tits. She has been making a fool of herself for a while now. I was beginning to wonder where she had gone. The Yuri fairy. Oh. Do we still have time stop? I think I like my odds against Schwer the best here. I keep reading Casasola as casserole. What does this do? Nothing against Goombas. Oh, never mind. Good. I just can't deal with those fuckers. Okay, it's always the same. I was just waiting for that to, like, change to a different robot master that I'm not familiar with. Get out of here. I'm not dealing with you. Okay, so this didn't do anything. This didn't do anything. Let's try the twirl. Twirl might be Zorn's weakness. It's got a feeling. Oh, we've already seen this. Oh, it's this one. Tell me what's wrong, Schwer. What's gotten you into such a bad mood? Birthday. Huh? But everyone celebrated your birthday. We bought you a cake and everything, remember? It was a bit late, but no, it's almost Tia's birthday. I wanted to throw her a party, so I went to the castle to plan it with everyone, but no one was there. You all forgot about me. You're planning to have a party without me, aren't you? I'm getting a headache. Everyone really does hate me. You're the only one who cares, Mr. Zeppi. Schwer, since you left for the castle, the Pope began his witch hunt. Tia has been captured. Everyone left the castle to fight, not to plan a party. Nobody's trying to leave you out of anything. Ah. Schwer, stop assuming the worst. We need you. Schwer's cruise is hunting us down, and you're complicating the situation is making matters worse. I'm sorry. A birthday party isn't a bad idea, though. Once Tia's back and the fighting is over, let's all meet. Then we could talk about a party. Yeah. Rue wants to pet Mr. Squid. But if Rue does, Rue will be hated, won't she? Schnee crystal. Hey, Rush. Strudel's hound. I guess I'll go for Zorn last. Actually, this may have been a mistake. Because I don't remember... I'm pretty sure you lose your sub-tanks. If you game over. Or do you? Wait, you might not actually. Because I think that's exactly how I farmed them in the first game, was I just kept purposely dying and grabbing them over and over again. Because that's the only way I could beat that game. Because the last couple stages are a little insane, and having lots and lots of E-tanks is very good. Oh, I can't actually shoot that off. Oh, I can also use it in conjunction with other weapons, though. That's cool. And it doesn't seem to run out on its own, just I assume it's a number of hits. So this is a much better shield than what you usually get in these games. Or maybe it's just on contact, like once it hits something, it goes away. I don't like these little shits. Actually, you know what? Get down here, nature girl. I still don't have just regular old item 1, the platforms. Or is Rush Coil item 1? I don't remember. That is a mean last screen. Okay. We know it's not this, we know it's not this. We know it's not this. So it could be the sword, it could be the shield, or it could be Time Stop. Let's just try them in order. Newall, what are you doing here? You're Doris, correct? Of the Special Forces unit. Yes, this cute little lolly is in the Special Forces. Dory's hair is so pretty. You're supposed to be guarding... Is her hair supposed to be like a praying mantis? You're supposed to be guarding the Count's castle. You had orders. Orders change. I'm on my way to the High Chapel now. Step aside, child. Treason! You're violating orders. Under extraordinary circumstances, task force members are permitted to act of their own accord. Now stand aside. What? You can't just... Task force snob. You're no better than that dimwit Lust. How'd she get promoted ahead of me anyway? This girl does have a point. I have my orders. No one goes through this forest, no matter their rank. Come back when you have Commander Sheets' authorization. Enough, you're embarrassing yourself, child. What? You're the child? Quit trying to boss me around. Psh, treating me like a kid. But you're so pretty and tiny. Quiet. Wow, you can't say that. I'll make you regret making fun of me. Nope. Nope, it's not that either. Oh, you can't get out of Time Stop at all. I activated it again! Is it the shield? I don't think so. So her weakness has to be Zorn, and I don't have that. I mean, I could still try the others and see if she has a soft weakness, but... I couldn't even hit her. This attack is really weird and hard to hit anything with. Because it only has damage frames on, like, the moment it comes out. Even though the clones linger for a while, they don't actually hit anything. Yeah, that's useless. So yeah, she has to be weak to Zorn. My issue with a lot of the weapons in this game is none of them really have any real utility outside of their boss weaknesses. Oh my god, I hate this girl. It's so fucking hard to dodge. Wow, look at that statue go. Is that ActRaiser? That's the ActRaiser run. So I don't want to use my E-tanks because I want to see if they carry over between game overs. I might as well test it now before we get too far into this. Oh my Christ, I hate this. I don't have that kind of reaction time, game. Because there's two different things she can do. I'm finished. This Kid Icarus. She could do that charge, or she can throw the thing. And I'm never ready for either. I hate that fight. But yeah, okay, so our sub-tanks do carry over between game overs, so I can just farm them up. Which is why I'm hesitant to use them. Because we'll need them for the later stages once we can no longer come back to these ones. And like the castle levels only give you a couple to work with, so I'd rather just stockpile them now. Oh, right. The fucking Yoku blocks. Damn it. And then this room. Really though, it's just that one jump. The one where you have to go directly up. Like, that's the hardest part of this room. I say as I mess up the easy parts and nearly fall. I'm still grabbing this though. Just one extra chance. Yeah, that jump is awful, because you have to time it exactly perfectly, otherwise it pushes you off. Actually, you know what? I have Rush Jet. I don't know if you have enough charge to get to the whole room with it, but I can at least get to that midway point and then just be like, nah, see ya. Oh, that is the end of the room. Alright, so what didn't we use on her? Gorilla? It's gotta be Gorilla or the shield. Or Time Stop again, because everything else... Because we know it's not these two. Why is everything immune to this sword? It's not really impressing me all that much. Yeah, and there was the Bomberman thing. It would have done the same thing from classic Bomberman, where, at least in the first game, blocks would fill in around the edges until they crushed you. No way. Zorn, think of the power we have at our fingertips. Magic is such a beautiful thing. Is it really our right to corrupt it with murder? I have to go. Tia is being held by the church, and I intend to save her. Tia was... The enemy is almost upon us. If you can slow them down, Trow will be waiting for you. I understand. I'll destroy the road for you. They won't be able to follow. I'll say this. I'm not doing it for your sake. This is for Father and everything he fought for. Sure, Trow is waiting for me, but I'm doing this for myself, not either of you, alright? I'm done crying. Father, I won't let you down again. Time practically stood still for Zorn since the Count's death. It's good to see her back to her old self. Fro, we better hurry. Rue's gotta cool down or she's gonna melt. I forgot Severin was her dad. Again, don't really play this for the story. Barely remember it. Especially with how zealous some of the fan base can be. As I've learned. You know what, actually, if they're just gonna... no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna just die and farm that one. But, nah. Oh, what is Zorn's power? Alright, cool. Okay, it's not as useful as I was hoping it would be. Oh. I had an itch to scratch. What is this frickin' room? Which I'm not a fan of. I don't really like how the music cuts in this game. Like, they're not clean cuts. Alright, you. Oh, it's specifically the spikes, not the shot itself. I'm not done yet. Stop it. You're supposed to be a soldier, not an infant. Grr. Might have lost today, but just you wait. One day I'll be just like Lady Skirash. Strong, vicious, and tall. Virtuous, even. You mean the deserter? And virtuous. Strong, perhaps, but there are better role models to admire. Hey, don't badmouth Lady Skirash. She may be kind of irresponsible, and a bit of a drunk, and a flirt, and she wanders off aimlessly all the time, but she's way better than the likes of you. A compelling argument. She's cute even when she's mad, like an angry little doll. Oh yeah, there it is, the Black Cross. Fruitia Newall. She's done well to make it this far. All by herself, no less. Link. She's not that impressive. Link, I don't think you should underestimate her. Oh, she's got dual personality syndrome. Or is that two different girls? I can't tell. You have to stop her before she tries to hurt His Holiness. Oh, it is two different girls, never mind. I'll hand her all, the two of you need not bother. Trying to hog all the fun? Naughty, naughty little lifer. I want in on the action. Vulture. Get in my way and I'll kill you too. You can keep each other company on your way to hell. Why don't we get this party started then? Gotta figure out who gets to go at her first anyway. Here we go again, Rect. Please stop, both of you. It's not good for sisters to fight each other. That's enough, all of you. None of you need to worry about dealing with the heretic. She's a relic of the old ways. She should hardly matter to any of us. Heretical scum, a remnant of the damn Rosenkreuzstilette. Her blasphemy will be cleansed by the light of the Schwarz Cruise. Oh. This is different. Let's go for Busty Hammer Girl first. Oh, this is Skirach. Oh boy. Fuck you, game. Just nothing you can do. You just have to know it's there. Good. What? Oh my god, and it's an incredibly tight little squeeze, too. Already not liking this part of the game. Oh, well, I guess we're committed to this path now. Giant Met. Cool. Oh, I see. He's in the foreground. What? There's a tank up there. Oh my god. Did we ever get item 1? No, we didn't. Just rush, coil, and jet. That's it. Good. Good game design. No health for the boss, cool. Guess it's just scout for this first attempt. Long time no see, Freudia. Skirash. Wow, this takes me back. Are Seach and Grola doing well? How about my cute little Dory? Is she working hard? Fro, is this a friend of yours? She used to be a member of the Special Forces Division of RKS. At least she was before she disappeared. I always wondered what she was up to. But for her to defect like this... Straight to the point as always, Freudia. Aren't you just a tiny bit happy to see me again? Or maybe it bugs you that I'm playing for the other team now. You are despicable. Oh, I'm so scared. You're definitely one smart cookie, especially compared to the Count. What an airhead. I mean, changing the world, protecting the Magi. Always with his silly little pipe dreams. Hey, Rue likes that idea. The Count once told me a long time ago, those who immerse themselves in power will drown those around them in pain. He had good reason for never giving you command. Still going on about persecution and all that jazz, huh? We're at the top of the food chain, we got nothing to worry about. It's only natural for weaklings and pacifists to die. Okay, I like that line. Who really cares if the weak are weeded out? Flattering yourself as usual. Seems you've only gotten worse. That's totally what he'd say about me, huh? But lucky you, I couldn't care less about the church's agenda. I just want to fight. Conflict's just an excuse to bump heads with whoever I want. That's all there is to it. What about RKS? If we're destroyed, what then? Why, I'll fulfill the Count's dying wish, of course. As the sole survivor of the genocide of our people, I'll shower in the blood of our butchers. She's always been a lunatic. So, riled up enough for a fight? Come on, let's have some fun. Oh, God. In a far-off place, Babylonia. Boy, that hurts. That's not good. That's her weakness? Shit. Okay, well I only have 2 charges of it left. I can't pause. Fuck! She only had 1 hit left. Nobody needs to worry about which side they're on. No, they have faith in their own abilities. Is that just Dracula's Castle from Castlevania 1? Oh yeah, this part of the game sucks. That one's on me. Also, I've noticed my X button's been acting up lately. I forgot to shoot you. It doesn't, register all the time. I've been playing Golden Sun and it, No! No! I wanted that E-Tank. Oh. You just completely closed the gap, huh? God damn it. This is nothing you can do. Yeah, playing any kind of RPG where you have to hold, you know, B to run. And I guess I could assign it to a different button, but that's what I'm comfortable with. And when it doesn't activate half the time, it gets a little annoying. Oh, is that it? There it is. Oh, they don't even activate until you get close enough, which is annoying. Usually it's just a screen-wide thing. I just said a thing. I like the song in this level, and that's it. Everything else about this stage fucking blows. Not a fan. That was close. Alright, got no health. 3 lives, though. I'm just gonna die to the first attempt. Just whatever, just kill me. That attack is so ass. Oh my god. Every time, I know it's coming. I just get hit anyway. I see an Ellie. That skill, that intensity. Wonderful, Freudian. Oh, that was a real battle. She's happy even though she lost. She's always been that way. She hasn't a care in the world. She's nothing but a waste of my time. I guess it really was worth my while aiding with, or siding with Rosenkreuz. Man, that was great. Shirash, I've indulged your fetish long enough. Now I need you to answer my questions. Please be honest. I'm in a good mood, so I'll play along. Do you want to know my measurements? That's fine, but my weight stays a secret. I just noticed we knocked her glasses off. They're so round! How many people are in Rosenkreuz? Now that's a toughie. 3. Or is it 4? No, wait, 5. Definitely 5 people. Next question. What does the Pope want with Tia? Seems a bit impractical if they wanted to actually... I really hope we get to fight the Pope at the end of all this. Like, that's the main thing driving me forward. Why did they feel the need to drag her to the capital? She opposed the Count during the rebellion. Are they trying to turn her? Who knows? The order came from the crusty old man himself. He's the Pope, so I'm not about to try and question his orders. Capture Spiridia unharmed. Capture all Magi within Imperial borders unharmed. Lots of orders without any bloodshed. Kind of boring, if you ask me. Well, I guess Pamela enjoyed it. She's got a thing for control. The twins are happy, too. Creepy. What on earth is the Pope doing? Sharp as always. Well then, since my job is done, I think I'll give my notice to His Holiness. I wonder what's next on the docket for me. Doris is waiting for you. She's learned all she can from me. I do hope she comes to visit, though. We'll see what happens if and when I see her. Well, I'll be seeing you, Fruitia. Let's break a few bones next time. I think I'll pass. Did you get back from your trip, Ellie? Well, we don't get bear powers. Okay, I think that song is a little too epic. Let's do Freudia's theme, and be right back. And I'm back. Looking for a place to stay. Cool, cool. Alright. Kinda wanna go for Eifer last, because she seems to have some intense grudge against Freudia for some reason. Let's go for the creepy twins. Shadow in the mirror. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I see that. Cool hitboxes on these skulls. I want that. Is it real? Oh, cool. Oh boy. Up or down? Can I just... Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Oh god. Lucky left. Fuck. Oh my god, where's our checkpoint? This level sucks ass. Is there a way to get up here that doesn't involve rush? So I'm not seeing one. What? Game, please. I'm just checking to see if any of our attacks light things up. It's looking like no. Oh, this is probably the checkpoint room. Just in time to not have any lives. Oh my god. How about we just don't deal with this? Oh god, you can't. About this. Great. Yep, saw that coming. He's trying to jump over it. Hurt me more, poison me, just kill me. That's how it feels. At least the last stage had an E-tank I could farm. You know what, fuck these stupid-ass skulls. Oh wait. So does this one, I forgot. That's our consolation prize, I guess. Just very carefully nudging around those spikes. Alright, then this bullshit. But I'm just gonna fly over. I'm not dealing with this. Does time stop work on these guys? Oh, it's time slow, not stop. Well, I jumped over him. Didn't do any good. Oh. Alright. I thought you could go through the sides of those because they didn't feel solid. Like they felt like they were pushing me back a little bit, but I think that's just more wonky hitboxes. Like when you're climbing up them. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this thing. I hate this level. I hate everything about this level. What? Why is it dark again? It's not how this worked every other time. Oh, there's no way to not take that. Oh, these guys respawned? I'm just gonna keep the shield though for that room. I don't have Metal Blade, I can't shoot up. Okay. Oh, now the same bullshit, but it's dark. Oh my god, everything about that is horseshit. They only have a hitbox directly in front of them, I've noticed. Actually, I can test that right here. Yeah, okay. The rest of the skull is fine, it's just the pointy thing that has a phantom hitbox in front of it. Good to know. Oh. Forgot. It's like incredibly calm classical music is... Oh, I think I'm killing the ghost like the second it spawns, which is why the light is fading. The game isn't like catching up properly and updating to get rid of the light. First half of the stage, not that bad. This last little bit, oh my god. Kinda terrible. So I can just jump over him. And this ghost doesn't line up. I can't really kill it the same way. Okay, didn't mess up the jumps. So I'm gonna rule out Zwinger, because I'm assuming these 4 bosses aren't gonna share any weaknesses. Let's just start at the top. She's here, Rect. Yeah. This power, the two of you are not Schwarz crews, are you not? Or are with, even. Can't read anymore. Yeah. My name is Rect. This is my twin sister, Link. Jeez, Rect, you don't need to be so polite. She's the enemy, you know. Ah, you're right. I'm sorry, Link. Rue's name is Strudel. Nice to meet you. Stand aside. I do not wish to hurt you. You think you can take the 2 of us? You really should just stand down. Don't worry, Rue's here to make things even. If it's not too much trouble, could you please heed the word of God instead of fighting us? We would really appreciate it. Perhaps I'll need to teach you a lesson. Can it, Ice Wish? No one stands a chance against Reich and I. I'm sorry, but here we come. Do I have any lives? I have 2. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Nothing seems to be hurting them, actually. Is it only Link that's taking damage? Or do they heal when they're in the shield? I'm a little confused. I didn't feel like anything was doing damage. Yeah, only Link takes damage. They heal if I shoot the other one. You know what? I don't want to replay this whole stage. Fuck. We lost. It swapped. The other one started taking damage in phase 2. I knew something wasn't right. Your twin isn't real, is she? You made yourself an imaginary friend. So much talent to maintain a mirror image and fight simultaneously. Her abilities are remarkable. It's a great spell for when you're feeling lonely. How does she have any mana left? Wah! A defense mechanism. Her mana is completely depleted. Perhaps I can let you go if you stay out of my way and stop glaring at me like that. It would be in your best interest to leave Schwarz Cruz and never look back. If you refuse, I will not be so merciful, even if you are a child. Okay, bye. It's 2 awful levels down, 2 more to go. And then I assume the castle afterwards. It's a Mega Man game, there's always a castle. The first Rosen had 2 of them. But I assume these stages are taking place of the first castle. Oh, we almost walked right onto that. How many lives? You have 1. Hydrate? Oh, give me a second. Uh-oh. Bad timing for that one. What? Oh, those have full hitboxes. Like, I can't walk through those. You spiked the juice with Fanboy. Oh, please do. I hate this game. That's a portrait. Bitch. Oh my god. I haven't seen any free E-tanks yet. I keep just expecting that to be more stairs, and I just almost walk onto the spikes. Health. Which might not matter in this room. Considering how this shit tends to go. Okay. Right. E-tank. Alright. Cute maid! She's got knives. See ya. I'm sorry, are we in the Scarlet Devil Mansion? That's what it feels like. Do I just fly over this room? Do I want to deal with this? The answer is goddamn nope. How good would a Wii U be for Mario games? I mean... most of the Mario games are on Switch, but... if you can get one for not a whole lot of money, then I'd say, yeah, go for it. The thing, though, is I'm pretty sure the eShop is closed, so you would have to find physical games. Like, the Wii U eShop is dead. Like $100? I mean, $100 Canadian, that's a good deal. I don't know what that is to you, but... yeah, it's up to you. Like, most of the big Wii U games, like the big first party ones, are on Switch, so... More ladies doing an incredible amount of contact damage. Why? Wants a Nintendo console, doesn't have money for a Switch. I mean, yeah, go for it. One of the biggest draws for the Wii U, though, was its incredibly extensive virtual console, which, again, the eShop isn't in Surface anymore, but... Being attacked by Judaism. I mean, my name is David. That's my star. Welcome, Miss Newall. Welcome to Rodenheim, our blessed Holy Land. Oh, it's the Commander of Schwarz Cruz. Pamela Arwig. You'll have to forgive me. Under different circumstances, I would have welcomed you with open arms. However, I cannot allow you to go any further. Witches are not permitted to taint this sacred place. That power, are you a Magus? No, Magus is in Chrono Trigger. How rude. I have been chosen by God himself. The power is his will, granted by his blessing, to deal with heathens like you. You started playing FF16? Cool. I don't have a PS5. I also have no interest in that game. I don't like the character designs, I don't like the setting. That's about it. Such a convenient illusion. You really haven't a clue, do you? Noble blood is pure blood. We are free of the commoner's magic pandemic. Save the deviant Zeppelin, I suppose. You are a noble, then. Of course. You would not understand throwing around your power mindlessly like children. I was blessed with power and taught the finer points of grace and discipline. Now the velvet glove may be removed. I have been authorized to put my gifts to good use. Schwa Cruz will succeed where Rosenkreuzstilette has failed. We will secure peace, prosperity, and freedom, all for our eternal empire. You share our abilities and our sorrows, knowing our pain firsthand, yet you still side with our oppressors. Enough. Heretic Frodia Noel. You will have the honor of dying by my hand. That's doing some good damage, but I don't know if it's necessarily her weakness. How many lives do I have? Just the one. Maybe the sword! Maybe. I haven't been a single boss weak to this useless sword. Maybe it's her. Nope. Shield. Not the shield. Time stop. It is time stop. That was close. Oh, that's not possible. How could I lose to a witch? Perhaps your grace could afford to share some empathy and understand the pain she has helped cause. Ah, the shame. I shan't forget this, Newall. Oh, she's gone. Are we gonna go after her, Fro? She pushed herself too far, as did I, with my 1 HP. She will not be able to fight effectively for a while. Regardless, our objective is saving Tio. We should keep moving. You might like the last game that I played. I finished last night, Ellie. It's not over yet. Defeat a boss with only 1 point of vitality left. Hyper. Iconoclast is what I played last. He plays a cute blonde mechanic girl. Just fighting religion, basically. Oh, good. They don't stay dead. Which means they're not gonna drop anything. Whoa. Whoa! Stop that! Well, aesthetically and musically, this is my favorite of these 4 stages so far. Yeah, I fucking thought so. Yo, can I have some help? That'd be nice. There's gonna be something up there, isn't there? There's our E-tank. It's not as free as the other ones. Oh, excuse me. Butterfly? Don't do that. No. I wasn't holding down. Wait, am I out of lives? I'm out of lives. I think I'm just gonna die. Because I don't wanna get to the end of the stage, only to game over and have to do it all anyway. Nothing is as dangerous as a Magus with nothing left to lose. Is that Street Fighter? I think that was Street Fighter 2. It's the little, like, references and stuff like that that I don't mind too much. It's more... Well, you get that out of here. I'm enjoying this music. Fuck. So I'm gonna try my best to stay up here this time. Never mind. Can Rush land on this? He sure can. Don't you dare knock me down there. What do you mean, Undertale? Hello. That skull jump scare. The vibes across the screen. This doesn't remind me of Undertale at all. I don't like what you're doing here, game. I'm scared to make that jump. Oh, that's mean. I hate this. Go, 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 go! Okay, we're good. Bitch! Get out of here. Gosh, everything about this sucks. I'm running out of ammo for my default gun. That hasn't happened yet. Also, that was a rude jump. Did you see that? I see you, skull. Give me some health. That's not health. Okay, 2 lives. What do you think her weakness is? Kept me waiting, Freudia. You are Eifer, correct? I'm here for Tia. She's not going anywhere, neither are you. Fool, do you really think you can stop me? The Sow thinks I was actually putting an effort before. Effort means nothing in the shadow of defeat, child. You bitch! I'll rip you apart. Die, Freudia! It's not that. It's not that. Oh boy. This is gonna be a fun fight, isn't it? See the Undertale comparison? No, I don't! I don't know where you're getting this from. Hang on. I'm gonna use one of these. Was it the shield? Yes. I don't think I needed to use that E-tank, but whatever. God damn it, I'm melting! What the? Created from nothing, and to nothing I must return. I will finish you. I must. What are you? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Oh. Fro? It's nothing. We have to go, Strudel. This is Mega Man with anime girls. I don't know where you're seeing Undertale. Fro, wait for me. Hurry, Strudel. The Pope is in the cloister up ahead. We can finally end this madness once and for all. I think that's far enough, Miss Newall. I will not let you taint... Wait, I will not let your taint go any farther, lewd. Hey, it's the commander. Step aside, Arwig. You are completely spent. Do you really want another fight? Quiet. You are addressing the daughter of the House of Arwig. I will not yield to a heretic. Frutia is right. You were quite worthless, Pamela. Oh, hey. Eifer. All preparations are in order. The remaining Magi are worthless to us. Your duty and that of Schwarz Cruz is over. Ugh, what are you saying? Protecting the Pope has always been the duty of Schwarz Cruz. The Pope? That worthless old man? A sniveling little coward who did nothing but submit to the will of God. We will not be needing... or he will not be needing your protection anymore. I sent him to heaven. I imagine he's overjoyed, seeing as he never shut up about the place. What are you saying? Mr. Pope is dead? Aw, we didn't even get to punch him. My master wishes to address the both of you. You would do well to listen, vermin. God damn it, it's Iris again. It's been a while, Freudia. So you're still alive, Iris. His Holiness dead. Aw, you were such a good little patsy, Pamela. No need to fuss. In return for your hard work, I'll let you in on a little secret. I am Iris Zeppelin, the Alpha and the Omega. It's Omega Zero. I am the Messiah. I reign supreme as God of this world. Blessed by our dearly departed Pope, or B. He devoted himself to God to the very end. Do you understand now, Commander? You truly are a fool. Heroes fall to the snare of pride. Of this, God judges you and the Schwar crew to be quite guilty. I'm honestly quite ashamed for you. It's too bad, though. Your role is finished and you have nothing else. What else could we expect from such a useless witch? Do me a favor and remove yourself from my sight, will you? A useless witch? But for the Pope's sake, the despair on that pretty face of yours. It's beautiful. The rise of the church, Schwar crews, the witch hunts. It was all your doing, was it not, Iris? Of course. Why, have you not been entertained? Such sweet peasants starring in an ensemble of tragedy. It's exquisite. And our dear little heroine, the Ice Queen, crushing all those who stood in her way, even her own friends. My, what would Tia think of you now? How did you... I enjoy a good performance as much as the next goddess. Good work, Strudel. Sorry, Fro. I needed to keep an eye on you, so I had a little friend tailor-made for you. Thanks to her, I've had quite a show. Playtime's over, Strudel. It's time to come home. Strudel. Rue's changed her mind. Fru's really a nice person. She's warm and she's kind, just how a best friend should be. You little flea brain, you dare turn on your master? So you've grown close to our lovely little icicle? So be it, your goddess is a merciful one after all. Fly around as you wish, little flea. Now, on to more pressing matters. Might we bring about the climax of my magnificent play? Oh, the anticipation will give you chills. Mark my words, Iris, a bit of frostbite will be the least of your worries. I've saved a special seat for you, Freudia. Ugh. Good, she still lives. She pushed herself too hard and used up all her strength. Then again, I may have done the same myself. Fro, I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? It's alright. Even if you did choose to betray me at this point, they would kill you before long. Listen, Strudel. Friends stand by one another, no matter what. Can you promise me you'll do the same? Aha! Rue promises. In that case, we're friends. I'll be counting on you, Rue. You finally... or you really mean it? Yay! Thank you, Fro. Yippee, we're finally friends. Rue's first friend ever. What a curious reaction. Oh, hey, Libya. Miss Freudia. Libya, I'm glad to see you are unharmed. Also, is this the real you? They were holding me prisoner. Brother just came to my rescue. Sir Call, where is he now? He's gone to help the other captives. I wanted to go with him, but he insisted I meet up with Miss Shibidibish and the others. I see, it seems he wants to keep you out of harm's way. My apologies, Libya, but would you mind watching over her for me? But she's the leader of Schwar Crews. And now she's just an ordinary Magus, just like us. Is that so? Alright, leave her to me. And you, Miss Freudia? I'm going to press on. I think I pronounce that word differently every time it comes up. I'm going to press onward. I have to save Tia. Please be sure to let Lady Shibidibish and the others know that Iris is behind everything. Again. Iris, I understand. Please be careful, Miss Freudia. I will. Come, Rue, let us be off. We'll put an end to this. Let's do it. And here's the castle. See if any of these songs can match up to how good the ones in the first game were. I'll stick the exact same sequence too. I see. We're starting early with the bullshit. Oh, that's different. Please, game. Work with me. They're getting creative with the quick man lasers, at least. Okay. Yeah, this is new. Oh my god. Excuse me, what? Oh my god. There is so much happening. Bitch. And then you have to slide? Oh my god, this is atrocious. Really? Oh my god. This is sounding more like Toho music. With how frantic it is. Wow, you don't have a lot of time to react to that. Oh my god. This is stage 1 of the castle. It's only gonna get worse. You actually have to jump onto it? For some reason I thought it would just activate. So we might not beat this game, because I don't know if I have the patience for it. This might simply end when I decide, you know what? It's not worth it. And I'll go for as long as I can stomach. Oh my Christ! Yeah, like, I'm terrible at the first game, but I at least like it. I hate this game. I don't know if I can make that. I am not having a good time with this game. I don't like it very much. It's one of those East Asian game that demands perfect fucking reflexes to everything. And has some pretty shit level design. Like I said, the first game had its fair share of BS, but it was at least fair most of the time. This game just hates you. This is like, what if Mega Man was mixed with Meat Boy? Just... not a good time. Fucking Christ. Like, look at that whole section and tell me, oh yeah, that's fine game design. Fair and balanced. Anything that demands perfection from the player is not something I enjoy. Like, that's why I hate ZX Advent. Because the end game of that game is so fucking brutal. You have to be so precise. With everything. Oh my god. I can't even get off of the screen. Also having to listen to the Quickman laser noise constantly. And that's the end of it. Like, that's the end of the stage. They put a section that bullshit right at the end. Because of course they did. Hi, Zephyrin. It's been a while, Frodia. Count Zeppelin, how can this be? Sprudia may have destroyed my body, but the prayers of my daughter have salvaged my soul. I've been made flesh anew. A new flesh, which to protect my daughter I will rise again and again. But the Count is dead, right? Is this a homunculus? A mana power. No, this is no homunculus. Seems to be the real Count Zeppelin in the flesh. Iris. She must have taken his body and shaped his mind to suit her liking. She's using his corpse as a puppet. Come, Frodia, join me in tearing down this decaying world. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Magi, our own utopia. No, that is only a fantasy, Count Zeppelin. Fool, you were never able to walk among nobility. This place shall be your grave. Is it just the same fight? Not quite. Oh, this is more like Final Sigma from X1. I have no idea what his weakness is. It's the only thing I can shoot up, so I'm just gonna use this. That wasn't fair. That's what I mean by shit game design. Like, there's nothing you can do about that until you know that it's coming. And now I gotta do the fucking level again. Okay, hold on. Smaller BRB, I just need the restroom real quick. And back, sorry. My bladder decided it cannot wait until the next break. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about shit game design, because like, there's absolutely nothing I could have done there. It's just LOL, you don't know how to react to the attacks, and now you're dead. Whereas now that I know, once he starts glowing red, get under one of the platforms. But when you don't know it's coming, like, how the fuck are you supposed to react to it? It's the whole point of, like, game design and boss design is, you know, teach the player how to react to stuff as it happens, or before it happens. But when it's just, well, I have all my lives this time. This fight isn't actually that hard, it's just that one bullshit attack. But yeah, when it's just, like, something that you have absolutely no warning for, especially an insta-kill attack. You don't do shit like that with insta-kill attacks. Like, this developer is a troll. Okay, now I suddenly can't avoid anything. Yeah, you have, like, just enough time to get away from that, too. I wonder if that form is stolen from another game, too. Because I don't recognize it, but I also haven't played every Castlevania game. But yeah, his second phase in the first game is absolutely stolen from Rondo of Blood. Like, it is the exact same sprite. It's the same fight. He has the same moves and everything. Will the Count be able to rest in peace now? I hope so. Iris, you truly are a monster. And I feel like they could have gone for a different type of game if they wanted to tell a big story like this. Everything about these two games is just incredibly questionable, and I like the first one for what it is. This one, not so much. This one kind of blows. Oh boy. That's not a fun sound effect to hear constantly. Probably can't touch that now. I wonder if that's insta-kill. What are my lives? Okay, my lives are fine. Max out your supply of cross tanks. 9 is all you can have, I guess. The music is really good, at least. I don't think I like this as much as the songs from the first game, but it's still good. Can I kill these? I can. They have so much health. Oh my Christ, I forgot the water is incredibly slippery. Which doesn't make any sense when you think about it, because why would... Also, this is the checkpoint? If it is insta-kill, okay, cool. Good fucking game this is. Like, why does water act like ice? Why do you slip so violently through it? Like, water should completely end your momentum. Oh my fucking god. You have so much momentum in the water. For no reason. It doesn't feel like any, like, underwater physics I've ever felt in any other video game. It's super weird and I hate it. And now I have to precision swim through invisible spikes! Okay, I'm only gonna give this one more hour. If we cannot beat this by the 4-hour mark, then I am quitting, because I hate this game. I at least had fun playing the first game. This one, not so much. Not enjoying this. Really, dude? Gonna do this to me? Can't even do anything with that E-tank. Oh, that's like Search Snake. Interesting. Fuck. Wow, that is a lot of damage. There's also a lot of RNG bullshit in this game. Like, the way those things spread out is entirely random, and sometimes just not at all dodgeable. Cool stacking voice lines. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have nothing nice to say about this game. I am not enjoying this. I like the first game. Thoroughly enjoyed my time with the first game. That hasn't changed. But yeah, not just gonna damage boost through that. Not liking this one nearly as much. Also, this is kind of rude. I mean, invisible spikes is rude to begin with, but also, look at that stained glass in the background. It makes it even harder to see where the shit is. I probably could have stopped that. Okay. That was a bizarrely designed final room, but it was less egregious than the previous one, so whatever. I'll take it. Hey, it's her again. What was her weakness? Shield. I don't know if it still is, but... Rue told me everything. You and Rue are homunculi. Iris created you to be her servants. Her slaves. Yes, my master gave me life, thus I serve her till death. I am here to set the stage and ensure that her show goes on without a hitch. To be honest, I find it hard to believe. You both look real to me, and neither of you are real people. Is that what the flea brain told you? Well, there's more to it than that. Her memories appear to be incomplete. Perhaps this will make you understand. I was made with you as a template, Frodia. So Rosenkreuz's research went this far. Two incomplete beings are made from a single imperfect being. During the process, the emotions you take for granted were split between the two of us. One became a humanoid that would never know joy or serenity. The other became a fairy that would never know sorrow or rage. Rue is also based off of me. I see. Rue didn't know. Ah, I did it! That makes us sisters, does it not? What would you need? Why would you need to fight me then? Answer me, Eifer. Not quite. I don't want to fight you. I just want to kill you. That's all that matters to me. Oh, she changed color. Oh. Okay, this is gonna be a devil fight, isn't it? I have no idea how to avoid these. Oh, that might be it. That did like 4 bars of damage. How many lives do I have? 2. So I'm not gonna take this first attempt seriously. Yep, that's definitely his weakness. Alright, cool, we found it early. So this shouldn't be too bad. It's a Mega Man game, there was always a devil fight. Actually, the Yellow Devil in the first game was the hardest boss in the game for me. That's like the main reason I needed so many E-tanks. God, this shit is hard to dodge. Looks like we're doing the same thing here. I can't dodge this shit. Oh, and we have wind, because why not? You could potentially 2-cycle that if you land all 3 hits each time. Frodia. She's crying blood. Eifer, why? What could you gain from killing me? I am not a clone. If I kill you, then... Ah, you're dying, aren't you? No, Rue wants to be friends with you too, eh? Cold, it's so cold. No, I can't stand it. This is when people cry, right? Rue can't cry even when she wants to. Those feelings are more important than the act of shedding tears, Rue. That is what I believe, at least. And then the victory music. Ruining the mood. I don't believe this is the last stage. There's always another stage after the first skull. Alright. I got that back. This might be the boss rush stage. Whoa. Fuck. Okay, these guys are a little horseshit, and just the way they're placed. very disorienting, but I think that's the point. Oh, those are Spreetia's, butterflies. And here's the boss rush, alright. Now I gotta remember the frickin' boss order. Or the weakness order. I think she was this one? Health. Oh, we never did find her weakness. Found it. This might take a few tries. I mean, everything in this has taken a few tries. You were... I don't remember. This, I think? Okay. Yeah, she's the only one that's weak to that. I don't remember what she was weak to. Shield? No. Time stop? That was close. I don't think we had hers either. Shield? Wait, are you Barola? We finally found who's weak to Gorilla's sword. You were... This? You're fire. Really don't want to do this, but I have no lives, and I guess I'm committing to the boss rush. Hey Iris, I've been waiting, Frodia. Aren't you blessed You have a front row seat for the ascension of your new goddess. Iris, this has gone on long enough. Hand Tia over, now. We've got you cornered. It was so very entertaining. Watching you lemmings meander along has always been worth the price of admission. I think I should reward you for this little performance. Why, I'll give you the vilest, most miserable excuse for an execution imaginable. You have no respect for life. Life? Why, to a goddess, lives are mere toys. After all, I can create new ones whenever I wish. Eifer and the fairy. Even my dear old man. You saw for yourself, didn't you? That little project was just for fun. So I worry when life is but a flick of the wrist. Iris, Tia believed that you could change, but you never will. I cannot allow you to live. Oh, is that why she's still alive? Spreedia let her live. An ant thinks it can raise its tiny fists against a goddess. Maybe I should give you the boot. Feel the wrath of your goddess, dear Frodia. Ow. I'm just gonna use this. There's gonna be a second phase. There always is. That seems to be doing work. Oh, I don't want to heal, but I also don't want to do all that over again. I think I'm just stumbling upon their weaknesses. Well, it seems you have some fight in you. You must excuse me, then. It's a time to prepare for the climax. Damn it, Iris, wait. See, there's always a second skull. What are these? Nothing cool. Well, now it doesn't matter too much if I die, because it'll just put us back there. And we have at least one free E-tank if I end up using all of mine. Alright. Tia. Fro, wait, that isn't Tia. You. Tia, what have you done to Tia? Why did you think I captured so many magi? Their power courses through me, their goddess. And through me, it courses through the body of our lovely Spreedia. Now the power of Rosenkreuz is mine alone. Witness the birth of a new god. What? With this, Rosenkreuz has truly been made whole again. Beautiful, absolutely magnificent. If I did have one complaint, it'd be that I can't say I'm a fan of Spreedia's face. I think a bit of redecorating might be in order. After all, only my lovely visage would do this body justice. Iris! You think you could even touch me? Stop it, Fro, please. I don't want to fight you. Pretty good, huh? Now you've really pissed me off. Frodia, 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 you're a clever girl, so why hasn't it dawned upon you yet? There's a fundamental difference between a magus and a goddess. You are, well, you. And I am Rosenkreuz reborn, complete with all of his divine might. What hope do you have against me? Now, Frodia, it's almost time for the curtain call. Prepare for the tragic end to the night of wall purges, as well as the dawning of a new era. You've made a grave mistake in trying to use Tia's likeness against me. If not for her, I would have given up long ago. Now, suffer for your hubris. Iris, you will die. Oh, that's a big health bar. Oh, once again, Metal Blade seems to be the way to go. Oh. She's a little tougher than she used to be. This final boss fight was basically free in the first game. Finish the game as Fruitia, that means there's another character. And I don't think I care enough to play as another character. How can this be? Rosenkreuz is made whole again. This can't be the extent of his power. I do not know how or why, but I managed to make her bleed. No, I won't have this. I'm a goddess. My power should be absolute. This isn't supposed to be possible. Why would you think that, Rue? After all, Tia's been helping the whole time. She sealed her power to make sure you couldn't use it. That way she could save Fro. Spiridia did that? Heh, trust her to come up with something like that. From the beginning, this was a battle between the two incarnations of Rosenkreuz. It stands to reason that the genuine article would triumph over the imposter. Face it, Iris, you have lost. This mischievous child could use a nice cold nap. Don't. A permanent one. Rest in peace, Iris. No. Not as merciful as Spiridia. Tia, are you alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you, Fro. And Rue's name is Strudel. You can call her Rue. Pleased to meet you. Thank you, Rue. It's nice to meet you, too. I was so worried about you, Tia. If I'd lost you, Tia... Other fairy. Tia, I'm here to help. Are you alright? Where's the enemy? Lily, thank you, but I'm fine now. Fru and Rue saved me. Thank goodness. Wait, does that mean Schwarzkreuz has already been beaten? I guess so. I didn't have anything to do with it, though. No way, I flew as fast as I could. I tried so hard to find you, but I didn't even know where the High Chapel was. Oh, it's a fairy. Hello, Rue's name is Strudel. Rue isn't like other fairies, so you can just think of her as a frost fairy. Pleased to meet you. A frost fairy? You're the first fairy I've met outside of my tribe. I'm Lily, a forest fairy. Thank you for saving Tia. It's nice to meet. It's weird that there's just no music for this. It's nice to meet a fellow fairy for a change. Grr. Lily, come on. Freudia, thanks. For saving Tia, I mean. I'm quite relieved to see that you were unhurt as well, Lily. Well, shall we all head home? That would be nice, yes. Everyone is waiting for us. The same ending music? I couldn't even make another song. I actually still listen to the first game soundtrack. To this day, a lot of its songs are in my favorites on my phone. Dark Squid Media. Yeah, I still genuinely like the first game despite its jank, but this one... Oh, this is getting uninstalled after this stream. Never playing this shit again. And the same credits music, they couldn't even... Did that say Design Daddy? That's a hell of a handle. Yeah, just such a bizarre couple of games that these are. They come up with this, like, cool, elaborate story and all these, like, wacky anime designs. And then they just make it in a really tiny, like, Mega Man game. With tons of other games. Mostly referenced, sometimes plagiarized. It's just such a weird way to go about things. I also have no idea if this dev has done anything else. Like, have they made a real game? That isn't just a clone of an existing IP? Yeah, I did read that right. It's just Daddy. Okay, cool. So yeah, sorry for being super negative this whole stream. But this might be okay, because I feel like if I had played this on my own first to test it, then I just wouldn't have streamed it. Because I'm just like, nope, hate this game. Don't want to play it again. So maybe it's a good thing we did this. Because at least, hey, I streamed it. We got our follow-up to the first game. I think I'll keep whatever, I'll attempt whatever this other character is, but I don't want to go through all that shit again. I'll get as far as I can in the time I have left and then call it a stream. Two Alexanders. Isn't Darkside Translation? Oh no, I'm thinking of Dark Horse. Like, isn't Darkside Translations a manga localization team? I think it's Dark Horse something. Of course, it's a Playism published game. Every Japanese indie game is on Playism. Urka S. On the Urka last login screen, plus up, down, next ability, previous ability to begin a new quest. There.
Rosenkreuzstilette.
Hang on, we'll get this. There we go. What did that say? His Holiness has issued a decree. If our purge is to succeed, Spiridia Rosenberg must be apprehended immediately. The old man's just nervous. He's afraid things won't go according to plan. Why have our plans been delayed? RKS has been interfering with our operations. Our non-magical personnel are no match for fully trained magi. It was a stupid plan to begin with. Round up the magi, throw them into camps. Why not just execute them all and be done with it? Arson, torture, slaughter, looting. That'd be so much more fun. That isn't right. God would never forgive us for that. Sicko. We are the esteemed members of Schwarz Cruz. Our goal is to assert control over the magi that oppose us and guide them onto the path of righteousness. All is for the peace and prosperity of our divine empire. Bloodshed is inevitable, but our cause is just. My, how principled. Well then, we'll proceed as planned. I'll go grab Spiridia. Unharmed, you hear? Follow your damned orders. Yeah, little Miss Link is always so quick to scold us naughty children. Rosenkreuzstilette. Perhaps it would be best if we made this quick. I'll pursue the organization and crush its members personally. I don't like it. That's right, His Holiness won't be happy with us. If this mission proves successful, His Holiness will be quite pleased. It will serve to greatly accelerate our plans. Eifer, Reicht, and Link, the three of you are on guard duty at the High Chapel. Skirach, you will follow suit when Spiridia is in custody. But... ugh, nobles. You need not worry, none of their kind can hope to defeat me. Just you wait, Rosenkreuzstilette. Resist and you will fail. I guess we're Pink Girl now. So her... yeah, in the first game, Grola was also the Zero character of the game. Can she wall jump? Oh, she can. And I actually really liked playing as Grola. However, like I said, some of those final castle bosses were impossible as Grola. Oh, that's literally straight up Grola's charge attack, too. They don't appear to have a double jump. Grola also got a damage boost at half health, but her abilities all got amplified because she's a boss. So, you got the same treatment as all the other bosses. Heh, a lucky omen. This may not take as long as I thought. You there, Frudia Noal of Rosenkreuzstilette, I presume. I am Pamela Arwig, High Commander of Schwarz Cruz. You may address me as Commander Arwig. Schwarz Cruz. All members of Rosenkreuzstilette are to cease their resistance immediately. The heretics among you who do not comply will be terminated. Do you really expect us to submit to threats? It is you who needs to cease your actions. Stop this mad crusade before it is too late. You disappoint me, Miss Newall. Foolishly turning your back on the light. You have just condemned your colleagues to death. Shame. God has no mercy for those who oppose him, and neither does Schwarz Cruz. Perhaps you should reconsider my kind offer, Miss Newall. Seems we do not speak the same language. Do you really believe that Schwarz Cruz is worth dying for? There's no point in reasoning with such a magic-addled mind. We have nothing further to discuss, heretic. Prepare to fall before my blade. Okay. So her, prologue fight is not a joke like they usually are. Oh my god. These patterns aren't hard, I'm just bad. And also, your movement speed in this game is really fucking slow. So trying to get in position to properly dodge all this in the split second you have to react isn't the easiest thing for me. Also, pretty sure Gorilla had a double jump, and I don't have that here. This is not worth my time. I have nothing to gain from this foolishness. Not so fast, Noel. Stay where you are. Damn it, she's gone. No matter, I have other targets. She'll simply be the last to fall. Les, you were easy enough. I assume the Iris Castle is still Iris Castle. But I'm really curious how... Wonderful. I'm really curious how the, the 4 battles after the initial 8, like how do those go in this mode? Kinda curious. I might just look that up though, because I don't know if I have the patience to get there myself. No one's dropping health. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. God damn it. Ah. Weren't there pickups up there for Fruity? I can't do this fight with this health. The Earth knows. I know. Never fear. Finally found you, Lust Tuber. And Pamela Arwig, High Commander of Schwartz Cruise. Prepare yourself. Huh? How'd you figure out my secret identity? Well, whatever. I will right wrongs and triumph over evil, and that means you. Calling me evil, are you? No, before that. What in God's name are you wearing? There are limits to indecency. The only outfit a hero needs is the garb of justice. If it's not sexy, it's not justice. That's why I'm the hero and you're my nemesis, Pamela. No way, is that really true? I don't quite follow how justice relates to the amount of skin I show, but I could never. Lies, you can't confuse me like that. I am the hand of God, I am on the side of justice. I'll defeat you with my super special attack, get ready. Blue Stardom, go. I love that dialogue. Ah, there's nothing I could have done about that. That's what I mean about that phase being, like, incredibly luck-based. Fuck's sake. Forgot about the second one. I at least want to see what Pamela unlocks. Because I forget what Grola unlocked for beating up the other members. That was close. Only having 2 attacks kind of sucks. Your ground combo and then your air slash, and that's it. I'm legit just trying to get off the fucking bird, but it turns around when you jump off of it. Which makes getting onto that ladder really hard. Did I mention the game design in this game is really bad? I don't think I've said it enough times yet. Just making sure. Oh my fucking Christ. Cool, I can't get that. Yeah, I'm positive that there were items up there for Fruitia. I don't know why I keep jumping for her first attack, because it's the same every time. I keep expecting her to like mix it up like a Mega Man boss would, but instead she just has the same pattern. But I'm somehow never ready for it. That's it, just don't jump. Oh, I lost. There can be no mercy for members of Rosenkreuzstilette, even if they are children. Now, say your prayers, girl. I knew you were a phony. Heroes are supposed to forgive their enemies, not kill them. Pamela really is the bad guy. What, a bad guy? I have always been on the side of justice. I'll spare you this time. Now leave. Got it. Farewell. Was that such a good idea? Ah, I see. Pamela's just as dumb as any religious person would be. Completely blinded by faith. Oh, so you just get nothing. You don't even get like the cool new moves that Zero had in X4 or anything. Ugh, I don't feel like going through all 4 of them just to see what happens. So let's look up somebody else playing the game. Out of curiosity. Here we go, here's a speed run. Pamela stage, that's probably just gonna be Frody at the end. Oh no, it's a Belmont, okay. Is that her dad? Yep, it's got axes, it's got everything. Just straight up a Castlevania character, okay. And then this is still Ein's level. And it's still Ein, so I guess she just fights her own. Yeah, you still just fight the 4 members. And then Iris, and yeah, the rest is all the same. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. It was the same with Grola, like nothing really changed. The only difference in Grola mode was, in Grola's level, since you were playing as her, you fought Spiridia instead, and that was it. That was like the only change. Everything else about the story was the same. But yeah, that's that game. What's one of my favorite songs from this game? This one. So yeah, let me pull up Steam and uninstall. I'm not playing that again. So yeah, again, sorry for being super negative the entire stream, but that was not fun. I did not enjoy that game at all. Well, that's not true. The first little bit was okay. Yeah, once we got to those, excuse me. Once we got to those, the second batch of 4 stages in the Iris Castle, that was all miserable. I hated every second of that. I do want to grab the song for Ifer's stage, though, because that was really good. But yeah, that was Freudenstachel. Not my favorite. Not my favorite game that I've ever played. But also not the worst. Like, I'm being incredibly hard on it because, again, I suck at classic Mega Man. And, you know, if I had, like, learned this game inside and out, like how well I know the first game, I probably would have enjoyed streaming it a little better. But also, I never want to do those last couple stages ever again. That was miserable. Like, even when you know what to do, that is just not fun. You mess up once, you move just a little pixel too far in any direction and instantly dead. Do it all over. That's not fun. The bosses, though, aren't nearly as bad once you know all their weaknesses, which, again, that's just Mega Man. Pamela mode, though, that's not happening. Grola at least got powered up at half health and had more range and did more damage, and I kind of relied on that. Pamela doesn't have that. So, yeah, it's not happening. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to start another game that I've been meaning to play forever. One that Dane bought me forever ago and I just never got around to. I'm just going to keep playing backlog stuff until Pikmin 4. And then maybe even after that, because there's nothing else that I'm really waiting for. But yeah, that's it for now. So, thanks for hanging out. And hopefully something a bit better tomorrow. Have a good night. Stay fresh.